Thanks, Sharon. This morning's Coffee With is with Aaron Neville.
And the satellite interview is furnished by Tell It Records and Cobalt Label Services.
Ladies and gentlemen, potentially one of the greatest voices of our generation, Aaron Neville. Welcome to WJZ this morning. How are you?
Hi. I'm fine. How are you?
We are doing great. We're going to get to Apache here in just a second, but you just blew me away. I didn't know you in a previous interview. You just mentioned. I didn't know you toured with Otis Redding the year before he passed.
Yeah, 1967. Just about the first part of '67. Yeah, we were on the road like 2 months.
And that Jimi Hendrix kind of rolled in every once in a while. I mean, my gosh, we're talking royalty here.
No doubt, yeah.
I was just getting ready to tell
that was
them.
like,
go ahead, please.
They say it?
I was just getting ready to tell Lynn, if Otis Redding hadn't have passed, would he have been one of the greatest of all time?
He would have been one of the greatest. I mean, he was one of the nicest guys in the world. You know, I'll always remember that about him. He was just a nice guy.
So now you're under the umbrella of Otis Redding and the Jimi Hendrix roll in. And this is the foundation of your career, which leads us to Apache. Is this the culmination of just a lot of the zen of Aaron Neville? Talk about it.
Well, it is. I mean, one of the songs on it is Stomping Grounds, which is me talking about my life in New Orleans. New Orleans raised me, you know. New Orleans like was my mother and father, you know. It's like, and I think back about all of the people that I ran across in my lifetime, and I do a call out on the last. I don't know if you heard it, but I called different names on the last, and I start off with Moleface and Melvin. Well, they used to call me Moleface back in the day. I used to like that name, you know. Me and Melvin, we'd go to different neighborhoods looking for girls and all, and they'd say, "Oh, here come Moleface and Melvin." But I call out my brothers and just different people that I met, different places in New Orleans. So that was my stomping grounds.
Let me tell you, I love music. Lynn will tell you this. I'm a music fanatic. I was at Jazz and Heritage Fest, I guess it was a couple years ago, and I want to say it was the Bayou All-Stars. You, Dr. John, my gosh almighty, I stood there and I couldn't believe what I was looking at here. I mean, New Orleans is simply one of the 5 cradles of music in America. And
No doubt, yeah.
And it all comes together in Apache. About a minute and a half left in our satellite window. How do you describe the entire work to us?
The Apache?
Yeah.
Is a labor of love with Eric Krasno and David Gutter helping me put some of my poetry to music. Some of the inspirations, Sarah Ann, my wife, inspired me. Orchid in the Storm, that was for her, and Fragile World was for everybody. You know, we have a fragile world and we should take care of it. It's the only one we have.
You have been very vocal over the past month, and we got 1 minute left on social media. And you're not sitting down. You're trying to bring everybody together. And I guess the song was written, it was recorded, the album pressed before the events of the past month. It's so timely now.
Well, yeah, I mean, stuff been happening over the years, like, you know, not just the natural disasters, but the man-made disasters, you know. It's like, it's just heartbreaking, it's scary, you know, and music is the international language, so if you can put it in people's heads and minds, you know, and let them know that we only have this one planet, and we should learn to live together and take care of it for the people that's coming behind us, you know. Just leave your footprint. Don't leave nothing else, you know. Don't leave no bad stuff.
Well, this is certainly going to be a footprint. We always urge people download legally. It's a very big deal when it comes to us here at CBS. The disc is out. Hey, real quick, any music videos come with this disc?
No, we didn't have it They might show some clips from the studio, but we haven't done a video.
All right, I was just curious about that. Hey, listen, you're going to be performing. Unfortunately, the closest to Baltimore will be Atlantic City.
And that's August 6th. Thanks so
Bye-bye.
much.